Hello Capricorn and welcome to my channel GreenLion Goddess. This is your fortnightly reading, a general reading for the 1st of July through to the 15th of July. Can you believe we've made it to the second half of the year? I can't believe it, Capricorn. Anyway, you are first cab off the rank this week. I just got told, do Capricorn, do the earth signs first. So that's what's happening. And we're using these cards for you, Capricorn. So this is a general reading. It may or may not resonate for you, or parts of it may resonate. Just take what feels right, Capricorn, as I'm sure you already know anyway. And it is a general reading. If you do want to skip this shuffling, there will be a timestamp in the description box below. What else can we get for you, Capricorn? Let's find out. Knight of Swords, the Page of Swords, Nine of Pentacles, Strength, the Queen of Pentacles, and Five of Swords. Okay. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the Eight of Pentacles. So, do I want any clarifiers here? Oh, look. There you are at the bottom of the deck there, Capricorn. Sneakily, and you're in here as well, twice. So, you're on hopes and desires to get back to that lovely Capricornness, whatever that means. I'm just going to pull a clarifier for the Five of Swords and then we'll get stuck into it. We've got the Nine of Cups, the Three of Wands, and the Sun. Okay, that looks good. And just one last message from Soul and Spirit, Animal Spirit card. I know I said that was the last one, but this really is the last one, Capricorn. Okay, one last card and we'll get stuck into it, shall we? What message from your soul do we need to hear? What message do we need to hear for Capricorn? We have had, I think that was bat. Yes, bat flying out. Wow, beautiful. Anyway, we've got the Four of Wands as the situation, crossed by the well. Now, this deck of cards got two extra major arcanas and that are not in the normal tarot deck, and the well is one of them. And it represents source. It represents spirit. And you know, it's funny because in your hopes and fears, you have the Queen of Pentacles. At the bottom of the deck was the Queen of Pentacles, which represents you. So there was something about there being a barrier or wanting to get back to yourself and connecting back into your energy. And that's exactly what's happening is you're trying to find stability here with this Four of Wands. And it's crossed by the source, which is, I think that at this moment in time, your soul and source energy has a different plan for you, Capricorn. So whilst you'd like to have this status quo, this stability, everything to remain as is, soul's got other plans. So let's find out what they might be. On the surface, we have the Ten of Cups crowning the reading. This beautiful energy of fulfillment, of happiness, of a long-term partnership, or very much knowing that I'm just getting a completion of the story, whatever that might make sense for some of you, but they were the words I was given. The Ten of Cups, the completion of the story. But yeah, it's about family, it's about your heart, it's about your happiness here, crowning the reading. So on the surface, that's what it may feel like. For some of you, this is like an ideal that you might be wanting to achieve or live up to. It's this perfect ideal of happiness and connectedness and family and all that sort of, that's kind of what seems to be on the surface happening with this, one of the themes or one of the things that you're thinking about of this reading. At the base of the issue, we have the Ten of Wands, and this is that something about that has actually become a bit of a burden. This ideal image of perfection, of what happiness really represents to you, is actually, you know, it's time to let go of that burden with this. When the Ten of Wands has come up, it's actually, you know, You can see the struggle in this poor guy's face. It's very much deep down, you know, it's time to let something go. And I feel like it is not necessarily something in reality. Like, I don't feel like this is a relationship in reality. I feel like this is an ideal, a construct of an ideal that has been set up here, Capricorn. And it's interesting as well because, you know, this Four of Wands is often the happy marriage card. It's the ideal home. It's the, you know, aren't we set up and perfect for life, and I've got the perfect partner and all this sort of stuff. And, you know, it's interesting that it's been crossed by the well, which is source and soul energy. It's very much, like I said, when you connect into that really deep energy, that ideal actually doesn't exist. Who you are is actually something totally different. You can't even put it into words. And it's this real sense that that ideal is no longer necessary for you to have to feel like you're living up to something. And so your soul is kind of blocking it because it's kind of edging you down a different path, whether that's a realization towards understanding that you're perfect exactly how you are and you don't have to live up to anyone else's ideal or this constructed ideal, and that might be weighing you down. It doesn't have to be, it could be whatever that is. It doesn't have to be, you know, the perfect, you might have the perfect family, but it might be something associated with that, if you know what I mean. But we have, and because we've got the bat, it's time to let something go here. But we have the Knight of Swords. This doesn't necessarily mean letting someone go or a situation go. I actually feel like this is more of a mindset, letting go of the way of thinking rather than, and letting go, just giving yourself the freedom to be you rather than living up to that expectation. So that's what you're letting go of, not necessarily severing ties. I'm not seeing the severing of ties here, but more of a contemplative mind shift. So we have in the recent past the Knight of Swords, and this is kind of like very determined, like I'm determined energy. I'm determined to reach this ideal of perfection. I'm determined to reach happiness. I'm determined to find this. And so it's this Knight of Swords energy is kind of like you were on a path heading to find whatever it is that you think was this ideal that you were supposed to aspire towards. And suddenly your soul's kind of saying that's not what we want for you. Not saying you can't have it, but it's just saying you can have this perfection, but it's already within you. It's kind of the message that's coming through here. We have in the near future the Page of Swords. So this is like messages coming through from Spirit, messages that will help you free yourself as well. But there's also a new way of thinking coming through here with this Page of Swords, which brings freedom. So there's this almost a warding off of like, go away, I don't need you in my life ideal, expectation, whatever that is that you're trying to live up to. I've got my own way of thinking about this. And so that sword is kind of warding it off. So protecting yourself a little bit, but giving yourself the space to develop this new sense of self, a new understanding, a new mindset that's coming in around this. Here's you in the situation, the Nine of Pentacles, which is beautiful energy. And it's really, you know, this is about you. The Nine of Pentacles is very much happy to be on your own, independent, a very financially independent person for some of you. It's someone that can see the abundance in their life and how they've created that. It's someone that feels like they have a good life because they're seeing that there are things. It doesn't have to necessarily mean you have the perfect life at this moment in time, but it's kind of saying you in a situation, you have all this abundance around you. You have these grapes, these things have harvested. There's fruit, not literally, but for some of you it could be, but it's saying it's a energy of gratitude as well. So this is, if you don't feel like this is what I'm getting, is that Spirit's showing you this is actually who you are in the situation. you actually do have your own power, your own independence, you have created some beautiful things. So there are good things to be happy for in your life. So it's a positive mindset, really, is what we're trying to say here. The energy surrounding you, we have the Strength card, a major arcana, sometimes associated with a Leo card. But there is this sense of, if you can just overcome this feeling of not being enough, or there's something missing in your life, that's when the unlimited possibilities come through. And there's actually this opportunity, the energy's there at this moment to be able to do this. And I feel like it's very strongly connected to spirit. So this is like the Virgo meets Leo card. It's very much, and because we've got that Queen of Pentacles, it is about wanting to nurture your world and make some good decisions and invest your time and energy in the right things that are going to bring you stability and fruits of your labour, which you do have to a degree, Capricorn, because you've got that Nine of Pentacles here. And this is very much, it's a softening of that lion energy within you, which is kind of saying, I need more, I'm not good enough. It's that kind of energy that gets softened by that Virgo energy, which is very much a little bit like that Queen of Pentacles energy that you're wanting to tap into. It's a very sensible, grounded energy. It's very practical. It looks after the body. There could be areas of health. For some reason, I got health retreat. That could be for some of you. But there's the possibility here to kind of find yourself in the right space to be able to get to this realization that this whole reading's about. So hopes and fears, we have the Queen of Pentacles, and here you are. This is your card in the minor arcana, Capricorn, the Queen of Pentacles, and what a beautiful card to have. And so obviously this is a hope to be getting back to yourself, to be getting back to that feeling of knowing that you're investing your time and energy in the right things, and that you do have abundance, and that you do feel ownership over that, and you feel in control about that there is this lovely grounded stability in your world that's coming through. And so it's really coming back to yourself, this energy here. We have as the outcome the Five of Swords. Now, this is an interesting outcome. And when I first got it, I was like, that's really interesting, because all the other cards quite positive, and the Five of Swords is an interesting energy to come through. But in this deck, it makes sense, and especially with the supporting cards here as well. It's saying take some time out from the conflict inside your mind with this Five of Swords energy. You can see this character here is pondering. This is the conflict that has occurred, the people that might have had. I feel like this is not so much with other people. If it has been with other people, it's really a reflection of an inner conflict that's been going on, which is very much related to, and it could be any kind of conflict really, but I think it's very much related to this sense of you should be something and you're not, that kind of energy. And it's saying take a break from this, contemplate, rest from this voice in your head that keeps saying you should be doing more, you should have achieved more, all that sort of stuff. Take a break from that for the moment and just be still, because that's where the answers will come, because I do feel like soul and spirit are very much wanting to connect with you, Capricorn, through this. And then, once that happens, here comes the Nine of Cups. Here comes the happiness, here comes some answers and success coming in, and here comes the breakthrough with the sun and the clarity. So there is this real sense of reward for effort and feeling happy. Here is the happiness that you're looking for, and it is all around breaking down a construct of the ideal, as we were saying. So at the base of the reading we have, and again the Sun card's another Leo card, so it could be around a Leo. There's very helpful Leo around, or Leo, how do you say that? Leo energy anyway. So at the base of the reading, we had the Eight of Pentacles. So this is, you're not afraid of hard work. You're actually It's saying that you are creating something amazing here with this Eight of Pentacles. It may be hard work going through this process. But you have to understand, this is the message I'm getting, is that the hard work you put in, there are results and you are going to see those results. If you're not seeing them right now, they are coming. So this is something you are creating as quite unique to you. It's your own special thing here. So it's like you do own this, and this is something that is going to bring there go the rooster. So it is something that is going to bring money and stability with it. It could be something around your work as well with this Eight of Pentacles. It's very much the work card. So it could be an ideal of where you think you should be with your work. Now, interestingly, the card for message from Spirit is the Bat, which is letting go of fears. When the Bat comes in, it's time to let something go. And that usually is, like I said, some kind of fear. It could be a negative fear of not having enough, or a lack of abundance, a feeling of not having achieved enough or not living up to there goes George now. Not living up to some kind of ideal. It's time to let that go. And with the moon there, it's very much all around. The moon represents the time. The timing is right. The timing is right. I don't know if you can hear George in the background, but he's cockadooing away. So, yeah, the time is definitely right here, Capricorn, to let go of this, because I'm going to pull another card, a message for you. I was going to say because you are perfect the way you are. So it's this big cycle of acceptance, self-acceptance. Not to say you can't try and achieve things, but to take the pressure off and remove the burden of having to live up to something that perhaps you're not. And that's all it is accepting yourself for you are, and readjusting your expectations or goals, or the pressure you put on yourself. We've had Scorpion come out. So this is very much, this could be taking it out of you, Capricorn. It could be a Scorpio around you, but it feels like this is something that it's prickly, spiky energy. You want to let go of this. It's not compatible with you, this energy. And so it's kind of hurting you. It's hurting you holding this within. So whatever that represents to you, this ideal of perfection, it could be within somebody else, not even necessarily within you. It's definitely time to let it go, because it's not bringing you any joy. But the joy and happiness does come when you take some time out and you contemplate, let go of a conflict. It could be a conflict with another person, but I feel like it's more an internal conflict. And then here comes the sun and the happiness. So I hope that makes sense, Capricorn. If you'd like to hear more, please like, subscribe and leave a comment. I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye.